Alright, so I'm going to show how to open up and disassemble a Dell Inspiron model 3593. Okay, so you can see there. So first what you want to do is remove all the screws from the bottom. So the three on the near the back hinge, they actually stay in place. So there's the three there, and then there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, once you remove all the screws, you'll want to open it up and then get your finger between the gap. I kind of already popped it off, but I'll snap it back just so you can see. But basically you get your finger or your fingernails or a pry tool between the gap there, and then just pull on it like this. Usually I'll do it while it's closed, and then just put my fingernails there and just pull on it, going along the gaps. And you go all the way around. The back here, you'll most likely need a pry tool. You can't see it here, but you'll need to pry between the gap here. You could also just try like lifting it up and kind of wiggling it to see. Let me snap it on and see if that'll actually work. Yeah, you can actually just do that by lifting it and wiggling it, okay? And then you can remove the case that way. All right, so once you remove that, then you can see here, first you want to do is remove the battery. So the battery has this connector here. So you'll have to undo this tape first. Let me see, I'm gonna probably need a little tool or something to get it out. So first you want to just remove this tape. Okay, just like that, peel it up. All right, you can also remove it from the battery side, but I'm going to remove it from this side. So usually what you do is you'll get your fingernails and go on the two sides like this, and you just wiggle it out. Okay, just like that. And there you go, the battery's disconnected. If you want, you can take out the screws and take the whole battery out. It would be a little bit easier because the slack, this is a little bit in the way. Once you remove the battery, you want to hold the power button, open it carefully and slowly. Since the cover's not on, the hinges don't have as much support. But hold the power button to make sure drain any power out, because you don't want to mess with stuff when there's still power going to the laptop. On this one, it needs a new screen. I don't know if you can see, but it's all cracked. If you take out the screen, just be careful. Only do this if the screen's already broken, because they have an adhesive on the back, and if you try and peel it out, you can actually damage the screen more. So the screen's pretty simple to remove. You just go along the edges and pop the clips and remove the adhesive. Okay, the adhesive will make it a little bit tough. I already did this once, so it's a little bit easier to remove. Okay, so I didn't change the screen yet, but here we go. Just do that. All right, go all the way along the edges. All right. Sorry if it's out of frame. I can't really look at what I'm recording while I'm doing this. Yeah, just keep going along. This side has a very strong adhesive at the bottom. So just do that. And then this piece, it actually goes underneath behind, so you gotta work that. And then this thing has clips all the way along as well. Sometimes it helps to pop it first with it slightly closed like this, and then you can get your fingernail or a pry tool and run it along the edge of this piece. Okay, and then when you open and close it, use the center. Don't pull from one side, because it's easier to break the hinges that way if you're doing this. Okay, and then once you get all the clips out, all right, just like that, and you should be able to lift this out. Okay, then the screen, it has the 4 screws here. I'll get a screwdriver and show this. Normally I don't do this, but since I have to change the screen, I'll show it to you anyways. So remove the 4 screws from the corners up here. All right. One there. One here. All right. One here. And one more here. Okay. While you're working on this, make sure to statically ground yourself so you don't build up static and then mess stuff up. All right, so tilt this forward. then just pull the screen forward out just like this and lay it. So now you can see the screen, it has a piece of tape or adhesive here, so you'll have to remove that. All right, just peel that up. Okay, and on most Dell laptops, they'll have this little latch that holds the connector in place, so you'll need to flip that up. I use my fingernail at the side and then just pry on it. There you go, just like that. So once you get this little latch out, then you can hold it 90 degrees perpendicular and then just wiggle this connector out. Okay, now you got the screen out. And that's how you remove the screen, and now you just replace it with the same one. I don't know if yours is the same. This is a touch screen, but if you want, this is the model number here. Okay, it's a B156HTK01.0. Okay, so I'll set that aside since it's broken. All right, and now I'll show you the rest, but you can see there's the wireless antenna here, the two wireless antennas, and then the webcam connector cable going around. All right, so I'll close this and I'll show you the rest. So there's the battery, there's a hard drive slot for a regular 2.5-inch SATA, and then there's a SSD slot for a M.2. This looks like a PCIe NVMe SSD, and then it looks like there's some DDR4 RAM here. Okay, the RAM is just like most of them, PC42666V. Okay, so if you need to upgrade the RAM, this has 8 gigs, which is plenty, but if you want dual channel memory, you can add another 8 gig stick. It'll make it perform a little bit better. And then the CPU soldered in place. You got the keyboard cable connector, the keyboard backlight, trackpad. Then you got this board that connects for the CMOS battery and the USB port. It looks like they use this design or something with other models that have a CD slot or something, because this looks like the battery should be here. That's usually when they put this marking here, that's what it's for. But they didn't do it that way, so yeah. And then you got the power button here, it looks like, with the cable running along. So if the power button breaks, you can replace that. The cable connects, it looks like, down here. Okay, so the power button. And then you got the fan. The fan looks removable. You just take out the 3 screws. You can lift it out and remove the connector here. And the wireless card, you take this little plastic guard out with the screw, and then you lift the antenna at an angle from the tail. Just pop it up like that at an angle. And that's how you remove the wireless antennas. To put it back, you just line it up and then push it down. But it looks like that's all there is that you can remove. There's also the speaker connector under here. So the speaker, the speaker on this side connects with a wire to the other speaker, and then they just plug in right there. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe, because that'll really help me out. And thanks for watching. Bye.